Very peaceful village of Buckland in Oxfordshire. The amber weather warning has been lifted where I am, but last night the UK had its coldest night in 7 years. Temperatures in the Scottish Highlands plunged to minus 15.4 degrees Celsius. Heavy overnight snow has been falling all night across southern England as well, bringing with it travel chaos. So let's just take a look at where we are with that. Well, the southwest woke up covered in thick snow this morning. The picturesque setting, however, has caused a number of cancellations and many travel networks, including flights suspended from Bristol Airport. Well, this is the scene in Bodmin in Cornwall today, where as many as 100 people had to abandon their cars after conditions worsened last night. There were efforts to clear the chaos on the A30 near Cornwall throughout the night as motorists who defied the weather warnings were caught up in the blizzard. And for a lot of those who couldn't make their way home, they ended up here, the Jamaica Inn in Bodmin in Cornwall. They opened their doors to the motorists and pedestrians who were stranded by that heavy snow. Makeshift beds were set out for 100 people who had to take refuge. Well, a little earlier, our correspondent Dan Whitehead sent this report from Bodmin in Cornwall, where there's stranded drivers bedded down for the night.
We've been speaking to some of those people who had to spend the night here unplanned, parents with babies, young children, elderly people who all came in around the roaring fire. We're in the beer garden here, usually packed in the summer, of course, but now covered in snow at the Jamaica Inn in Bodmin. You can't see it, but just behind the wall here it is the A30, that road which really bore the brunt of the amber weather warning which was in place yesterday afternoon. A lot of snowfall here, and because the temperature's still hovering around freezing, we were just checking the thermometer on the wall over here, down at 0 degrees. You can see that the snow is not going anywhere. It's not melting, so it's still very treacherous on the road behind us. But we can head inside the pub, and this was, as you say, the pub in question, which gave refuge to what we believe is more than 100 people last night who were stranded. The A30 at this section actually is on a bit of a hill going up and down in a valley, and a lot of people had to abandon their cars at the top of the hill. We're hearing about golf buggies being used and 4x4s to try and bring people down here. It was simply far too risky and dark to make the journey and walk themselves. But this inside here, the Jamaica Inn, is where a lot of people had to spend the night because the rooms were all full, and so they put mattresses on the floor in half the restaurant. And we can chat to the Jamaica Inn's assistant manager, Katie Smith. Thanks for joining us on Sky News. You still got a couple of the mattresses stacked up here. A lot more were out here last night, weren't they?
Yeah, the whole restaurant was pretty much covered in beds last night to try and accommodate everybody that was stranded.
Now, you've come on shift this morning, but the team who are on throughout the night, can you just paint a picture of how it started and how people started to arrive? Some of them obviously pretty distressed.
Yeah, definitely. Around 3:30, 4 o'clock-ish was the first sort of people coming in saying that it was getting really bad on the A30. And then from then on, it just didn't stop until about 4 o'clock in the morning. I think the last lady came in. And the team were just incredible. We had food going all night, the bar was open all night, and we had open fires lit continuously. I can't be prouder of the team. They've just done an amazing job.
Apparent throughout the rest of... We've got yellow snow and ice weather warnings that remain in place for parts of the UK and Ireland. Wintry showers of sleet and snow will continue to affect northern, eastern and western coasts, bringing a risk of ice as temperatures drop. Well, as well as the ice, there are going to be additional flurries of snow across the south of England this evening. That may cause some further travel disruption. Well, as you'd expect, poor weather conditions have impacted on Britain's transport network. So let's take a quick look at where we are with all that. South Western Railway is back running a normal service, we're told. Great Western Railway expects some disruption on its services. Southeastern trains say that it will run a winter timetable today. It's urging commuters, though, to check their journeys before they set off on their travels. Transport for Wales also reporting disruption. Until later this afternoon, there are going to be amendments to the Heart of Wales line. That's the one that runs between Swansea and Shrewsbury, well, as well as the Cambrian line running between Shrewsbury and Aberystwyth. The disruption continues, though, at Bristol Airport, as the majority of flights there have been cancelled for the rest of the day. Hundreds of passengers still stuck there at the airport. Newquay Airport, though, has reopened, and British Airways has warned passengers that some of their short-haul flights to and from Heathrow have either been cancelled or indeed merged with other flights. So a lot of disruption going on. The night is drawing in here in Buckland, a beautiful picturesque town. The snow has started up again. We had a break about an hour ago, but it's started again. You can see thick blankets of snow remain on the ground. So if you have to travel, go carefully. Back to you.
Sam, thank you.